It is Thursday, and that means we are back in nutrition educator Lynn Matava's kitchen. Last week, Lynn showed us some healthy, vegan-friendly, and budget-friendly ways to substitute eggs. Now, this week, she has some more great tips and tricks to cut down on expenses regarding chicken, beans, and veggies. Let's check it out.
The cost of food is a hot topic lately, especially for items that have seen a really sharp increase, such as eggs. I'm going to show you some pantry swaps today that can help you in a pinch, as well as helping you save money on your food budget in the long run. Consider buying whole chickens. Whole chickens have kind of gone out of fashion in recent years, but it's a tremendous way to save money. It is a little bit intimidating at first, cutting up your own whole chicken. Of course, you can roast it whole and pull the meat off that way, but there are tons of YouTube videos out there that will help you butcher your own chicken. I just did one earlier this week. It was about $1.32 a pound versus buying the cut up pieces, which are anywhere from $3 to $4 and up a pound. And so for that whole chicken I bought, I peeled the skin off, I sectioned it out, and I threw it in a pot of water and I boiled it until it was ready to shred and use in a variety of recipes throughout the week. A bonus is that I ended up with a whole bunch of chicken broth that I also was able to make soup with. So you get a lot more for your money that way when you buy it whole. Other things to think about: canned beans. Now, canned beans are not expensive as far as food goes. This is about $1 to $1.25 for this whole can, maybe $1.50. And I try to look for low sodium when I do this. It's great to have in a pinch, but if you go buy a bag of beans, for a pound of beans, you're going to get about 6.5 cans of beans once you soak and cook these. Now, I know there's a little bit more hassle involved when you have to soak dry beans, and we've done tons of segments here on dried beans because they're one of my favorite things to utilize, so you can always go look for them. But there's all sorts of tricks you can do. You can use pressure cookers and crock pots. You can soak them while you're at work during the day, and then they're ready to cook. And ultimately, they only take about 2 hours to cook, from 2.5 if they aren't soaked first, which is a little bit long, but if you're making something like a chili on a Sunday afternoon, really it's not that much time out of your day to put them on and kind of get them going and walk away. So other tips you can do: look for clearance racks in the stores. Produce that isn't as beautiful as some of the other pieces, some malformed produce, they might want to move it for quick sale. Sometimes when new items come in, they just pull the older ones off. There might be nothing wrong with them, but they mark them down. And so I always look for those clearance racks, especially when I'm trying to save some money. And don't forget about your freezer section. The freezer section is a great place to look for frozen meats, frozen vegetables that were harvested at their peak and frozen, and they may be less money. They also might be on sale, so that's a great place to look. And then let's not forget about shopping local. Our local farmers are champions, and they are working year-round here on Delmarva. There are many farm markets that have all sorts of produce and eggs and meats and things available. And yes, feed costs and other increases have affected them as well, but I have found that many of them are still selling things such as eggs for much less than the grocery store. And when you shop at the farmer's market, you get to support local, which is a win-win.
Now, as a reminder, we do have all of Lynn's tips and tricks on our website. To find them, just log on to 47abc.com and click on the Good Morning Delmarva page.